Hi guys, my name is Elliot Harlin Bethel and this channel is about energy healing, personal development and following my journey using different forms of fasting as a healing modality. I haven't done a video for a while. I've been doing quite a lot of fasting groups over the last month or so, guiding probably around over 250 people through the last couple of months through various forms of fasting. And it's been a really great experience. Everybody's had a really good time. But today I wanted to talk about the human avatar and how I feel this human body is changing at the moment. If you're going through all sorts at the moment where you're getting deja vu happening, you're putting a set of keys down, you're walking off and they're not there, and you come back and then you come back later and the keys are there. This is happening to a lot of people at the moment. They're almost shifting timelines so quickly. Their vibration's changing, and when your vibration change, you activate a different timeline. So when you're thinking positive and feeling positive, you draw positive things out in people. If you're thinking and feeling negative, you might get a reaction from someone, or you might trigger someone and then they'll trigger you. And if you react to that trigger, then it's just a backwards and forwards trigger. It's like gunfight at the OK Corral. It's like boom, 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 boom. But when you trigger someone, or when someone triggers you, it's very important to think about it, to go within and to respond and not react, because reacting is like throwing firelighters onto the fire. It's just like, you're just going to keep triggering each other, bang, bang, bang. And what I'm seeing this as, and what I'm being guided to express it as, is when we walk around a hospital, for instance, if we're feeling negative, there's a lot of negativity in a hospital because people are feeling ill, they're feeling down. Now, when we feel negative, we're a magnet to attract those negative energies. So you might notice when you're walking around a shopping centre, sometimes you'll feel something and you'll feel, that doesn't even feel like that's me. And it'll be someone next to you. You'll be feeling their energies, because we're all empathetic beings. And what this situation has gifted us is that we've all stayed in our own energy fields for the last 2 or 3 months. So what you're starting to notice now is that sometimes when you're with someone who's unhappy, you'll start to feel some of their emotions and you'll be thinking, oh, why am I feeling that? I didn't feel like that just now. It's because our energy is the flower of life. When you have a circle and a circle next to each other, there's a vesica Pisces in between, which is a shared field of information. This is how telepathy works. This is how, when I do eye gazing, or when I do certain processes with people, energetic processes to clear energy, I can eye gaze with someone and pop an emotion of joy into that shared energy field, and I'll see someone's face go, and I'll be like, why did you just laugh? And they'll be like, don't know. And I'll be like, I can tell you why you just laughed. And then before I tell them, I'll throw in a little sadness, I feel a little bit upset. And I'll see the person's face do this. Now, this is how telepathy works. This is how the flower of life works. All the circles together, we've all got vesica Pisces, we're all linked, we're all connected. So we ultimately, when we make ourselves feel good, the people we hang around will reflect and feel good with us. If we go out and we're feeling negative or bad, then we will draw those parts of someone out. We draw those energies within someone out. What's taking place at the moment is we're cleansing this vessel, this avatar that we hold. A lot of you will be going vegan, a lot of you will be going plant-based, a lot of you will be going pescatarian, a lot of you will be going vegetarian. It's because you can't hold these lower densities anymore. And in that I mean that meat is a very low vibrational density because it's fear-based, it's anxious, it's depressed. So you're taking on that depression, that anxiety, and not only that, but if you was to photograph a piece of meat with a Kirlian photography camera, there's very little energetic field around it. Now, if you take a photograph with a Kirlian camera of, say, cacao or an apple, I have a post on my Instagram, you can take a look. The energetic field around it is very amazing. You get lots of purples, which is obviously the crown chakra, one of the highest vibration colours within man. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in the media at the moment, which I don't usually do, but I'm just going from what I've heard people say, because the media and the TV and the newspapers is not something I subscribe to anymore. It's something that played a very short cameo in my life up to 3 years ago, and then I just said goodbye. That's nothing to do with me anymore. The pharmaceutical industry, bang, it's nothing to do with me anymore. I'm healthy. I don't need any of that shit. Everything I need is within me. The schooling system, there's things that are going to change over the next few years. You've got the governments, you've got the schooling systems, and you've got the medical industry. These things are going to come under much scrutiny, as are any businesses that are not looking out for the highest good for the greatest number of people. So any businesses that are using employees and selling goods to people, a lot of pharmaceuticals selling goods to people under the pretense it's making them better, when it's not. It's actually keeping them in a looping system of having to come back and take different medications. Any of these companies, or anyone who lives like this, who's not doing their greatest good for the greatest number of people, they're going to start to feel a heaviness within them, and they're going to have to work for it themselves. And the more you unload this heaviness, the more light you embody, the more you shine that torch on your shadows or your darkness, the more light you can embody. Now, I went vegan about 3 years ago. As you know, I've done a lot of fasting. I've done over 40 days without food. I've done over 2 weeks without food and water. And I plan to do 40 days without food or water at the end of this year. Now, I've been urged to give away a lot of the processes and a lot of the mentoring that I do for free over the next 2 months. As it happens, things have changed for me, and I've had a lot of you guys working with me over the last 6 months, and certain other things have happened where I can actually take some time to give everything I've been doing away for free over these 2 months. And what I'm being shown is this ascension process happens it happens a lot. I mean, it's happened over the years before. There's a big one that happened in 2012. A lot of you know that the Mayans predicted in 2012, the 12th of the 12th, there'd be a huge awakening of the humankind. Now, the awakening is, we have 12 strands of DNA, and scientists have been telling you that it's been dormant. Not it's dormant, but it's junk DNA. But it's actually dormant DNA, and it's awakening now the more light you embody. And the more of these 12 strands of DNA you activate, we have 7 main energy centers, 7 chakras, 114. The 7 main ones are the 7 colors of the rainbow. You've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The violet one is your crown chakra. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in the media. Crown is also referred to as corona. Now, a lot of people's crown chakras are getting activated at the moment. So what would be the ideal thing to stop this from happening on a global scale is to try and put you off and to start thinking negative things about this certain word. Now, also, one of the things you need to do in order to vibrate at a higher level and hold more love and light is to realize that everyone is a spiritual being having a physical experience. Not black people, not white people, not fish, not animals, not plants. Everything is a spiritual being having a physical experience. Spiritual lives matter. That's all lives matter. There's no racism. There's no animalism. There's no anything. We all matter, and we're all here to get through this. And we can only all get through it if we all help each other. Now, this point we're at the moment is the largest attempt for people to get through, to fully embody their oversoul, to fully embody their soul, to fully embody their Merkaba. Now, Merkaba in Arabic is light, soul, body. It's the Trinity. When you make the 3 into 1 and you embody your light body again. Once you embody your light body, you can choose this physical form. You don't need to work out anymore. You don't need to eat. You don't need to do certain things that your 3D body has relied on. Many people are in the 4th and 5th dimensions. There's people in the 12 dimensions helping people go through this at the moment. Once you access all seven dimensions within you, all seven chakras, once you can access all of these and utilize them as your energy sources, you then have access to the 5 dimensions above you. Now, once you have that, you're fully activated your 12 strands. That's the 12 colors, the 12 disciples, the 12 dimensions. 12 comes up in the Bible over 150 something times. It's a very, very important number. That's why 2012 was very, very important for the Mayans. Now, there's things you can do to raise the vibration of your body very, very quickly. And I've written out a list today on Facebook and Instagram. It's fasting, it's meditation, breath work. There's many, many different healing modalities I've used with thousands of people over the last year. And if you want, there is processes and sections and playlists in my YouTube, which you can't access yet. I have to send them to you. I usually charge for these. I'm going to be giving them away for free for the next 2 months. So for the whole of June, July, and some of August, if you email me, I'll just ping you 6 videos to start, 6 videos to start, 6 videos to start, and then there'll be another 6 videos the next week, and it'll go through breath work, it'll go through meditation, it'll take you through how to take your focus away from everything and to zoom it in onto something so you can manifest something really quickly. It'll go through many different things, exercises, yoga, And it's all for free. If you want to donate, I could send you my PayPal account and you can do that. But there's no need for that. It's totally free, and I want as many people over the next 2 months to raise the vibration of as many other people, because what I'm seeing is the people around me it's happening to, and then the people around them it's happening to, and I just want this to happen on a global scale at the moment. Because turn off your TV, turn off your radio, stop looking into the media, because as soon as anything that they put out there gets into your subconscious, you're going to start seeing more of it. So start looking at healthy things, start finding YouTube channels that are enlightening, empowering. Now, when I'm talking to you, I talk my truth, and this hopefully comes through within this energy, because for the last 3 years, I decreed to myself I'd only talk my truth. Whether you understand that and you like it is totally up to you. It's nothing to do with me, but I talk my truth. So that energetically comes through in the message that I'm talking. Now, because I'm talking that truth, all the things I say to you, I want you to understand that it's coming through with ease and grace and as much health and prosperity and unconditional love as possible. And these are the things that I've tried to embody over the last 3 years. These are the things that I feel I have and am embodying now. So affirmations, internal dialogue, these are the most important things at the moment. 20 minutes before you go to bed, sit down and write down, I am unconditional love, I am prosperous, I am healthy, I'm joyful. The 20 minutes before you go to bed, your subconscious then goes into overdrive and starts placing these things out for you the next day. A lot of you will start to notice synchronicities now. A lot of you are understanding that coincidence doesn't exist and that synchronicity is very, very important. And when we follow these synchronicities, in effect, what's happening is you're getting gut feeling or intuition, and you're now being guided by vibration instead of thought, because thinking can always bring confusion or negativity into it, whereas we're letting go of thinking now. The ego's the thinking module. Now we're going into our stomachs and we're going into our intuition. So it's our hearts and our stomachs. We're using our vibration to feel into things, and this is ultimately how we're going to move forward as a race. This is what I feel, and this is what resonates for me. If you're watching this video, then there's probably a little bit of resonation coming through for you as well, because people that are completely different, on a completely different vibration, won't even come across this video. And that's how things work when you realize it. It's a very interesting time to be alive. And if you'd like any more information on this, then please do email me at mindbodysoulspiritcoach@gmail.com. And if you would like to see any of my processes and videos and playlists that I have created over the last 3 years, then just pop me an email. If you've got a telephone number, pop me the telephone number and I can WhatsApp you and stick you in groups of like-minded people. Usually when I'm doing a fasting group through the week, there's usually sort of between 15 and up to 35 people. And I like to put like-minded people in groups together so that they can go through the processes and experiences together and talk to each other about what they've experienced. So if that sounds interesting to you, then do just pop me an email or pop a comment in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to get to this point in the video. I hope you're all safe and well and enjoying yourselves. Lots of love. Namaste.